everywhere.
We need lots of sunshine, yeah.
Flooding in southern Manitoba has been devastating to farms, just like this one here in the RM of Morris, Manitoba. What would normally already be filled with canola crops is nothing but mud. Farmers are working around the clock, trying to drain all the floodwater that is stalling seeding. Lauren Hamblin and his team in Morris missed their deadline to sow soybeans. Now they are trying to get canola in this muddy field by June 15th.
We should have seeded 15th of May, and we're seeding it now 3 weeks later, and we're not going to seed this before the weekend, so we need the rain to stay away if we're very, very lucky. So we're a month behind.
Hamblin has 4,000 acres of farmland. 2,500 acres of that land was completely underwater at the peak of the flood, with 90 acres still submerged by the Red River. Like many other farmers, Hamblin will not be getting a full crop in this year.
This loss is our dead loss. I mean, we don't get paid for it, and maybe someday we should, because we're the holding pond.
Ralph Groening, Reeve of Morris, says the damage inflicted from the flood will take months to recover from.
We've estimated at this point there's probably cost recovery damages of maybe $10 million in the RM of Morris. That's really significant.
Tons of debris, including mud and tree branches, litter most of the farmland in the Morris area. Groening is hoping that the cleanup is finished by October.
The flood cleanup of 2022 is going to be immense. It's huge. There's pressure right now in the farm community, but there will be work for us and for contractors for the remainder of this year.
Highway 75, the major north-south route, has fully reopened to traffic after the Morris Ring Dike was closed due to the high water levels. Dr. Barry Prentice from the University of Manitoba says the province needs to look to the future to avoid closing major arteries.
I know there are plans to try and raise the road to a higher elevation, therefore just to avoid the flooding and disruption. And of course, flooding also does affect the road itself because it affects the road bed. So, this is a cost every year.
But Hamblin says the highway should have never been closed in the first place.
The design was to keep it open as long as I-29 and that north-south trade corridor. So the province has heard that message, and it was a project that should have been finished long ago.
In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.